Review of case reporting from the Boston College Law Library. Cases, for legal research purposes, are the written opinions of judges, usually at the appellate level, deciding questions of law as it applies to the particular facts in the lawsuit at the heart of the controversy. Trial court decisions on the merits of a case, who won and who lost, are called verdicts, and they are not part of case law research, although they can be useful information for attorneys who are trying to evaluate how much an injury could be worth, or their client's chances of winning if the dispute ever gets to trial. But case law research is the search for precedent, legal principles that could be binding on a lower court, or at least highly persuasive to a court not bound by the ruling. Courts release their opinions in slip form. This is a copy of a 10-page slip opinion by the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Eighth Circuit in the case of Starr v. Metro Systems Incorporated. This copy of the case was retrieved from the court's website, where it was originally posted on its release date, August 24, 2006. But posting the case on the court's website is not the same as publishing the case. And the lower federal courts do not actually publish their own opinions. They release cases and designate them as for publication and not for publication. As you can see from this view of a page linking to this case, the other cases released on this date that you can see here are unpublished. For cases from the Federal Appeals Court, publication means publication in a set of books called West's Federal Reporter, now in its third series, which is published by Thomson Reuters Westlaw. For cases from the U.S. District Courts, the Federal Trial Court, publication means inclusion in either West's Federal Supplement, shown here, or sometimes West's Federal Rules decisions. Even before the cases appear in the books, they will appear in Westlaw. And as they are prepared for publication in books, the publisher, Westlaw, will add editorial features that make the cases more useful to researchers than the version of the case released by the court. These features then become research tools for users of both the books and of Westlaw. Westlaw provides a link to the PDF image, which is exactly how this case looks in print. As you can see, this links to volume 461 of the Federal Reporter 3rd Series, page 1036, where this case begins. And while the actual decision of the court is in the public domain and available to all, some of the extra editorial features added by the publisher, Westlaw, are copyrighted by them and available only through their printed books or on Westlaw. The most significant of these are the case headnotes, discussions of law pulled from the body of the case and reprinted at the head of the decision, which have been classified according to the West Digest topic and key number system. The Digest topics and key numbers provide subject access to case law in print and online. Here we see how the first West headnote appears in the Westlaw Edge version of this case. A separate video will discuss how and why Digest topics and key numbers can improve your search results. The Federal Reporter, though, is not the only place this case appeared in print. This case was also printed in a reporter called Employee Benefits Cases, published by the Bureau of National Affairs, also known as BNA. This case appears in volume 38, beginning on page 2702, and this introduces us to the concept of parallel citation. A parallel citation is a reference to the location of the same court decision in another set of books. Parallel citations were very important in the print world. You needed to know the volume number and page number to actually find a copy of the case in the case reporter. The Employee Benefits Cases version of this case has the exact same decision of the court as the Westlaw version of the case, but it can't include the West headnotes since they are the intellectual property of Thomson Reuters Westlaw. What they have instead are their own BNA headnotes that classify this case not according to the West Digest topic and key number system, but by BNA's own classification system of labor law. The Bloomberg Law Platform has the same case and provides parallel citations to this case in both the Federal Reporter 3rd and Employee Benefits cases. Since Bloomberg Law purchased BNA, it includes the BNA headnotes, which can be used to search for cases topically on Bloomberg Law. And of course, this case is available on Lexis. Lexis does not publish print versions of cases, but does provide both parallel citations so that users of either print product could easily transfer their research to the Lexis platform merely by typing in either citation to retrieve this case. Lexis provides its own headnotes that researchers can use to find cases on this topic. This little document icon in the headers links to Lexis topic summaries. The topic summary includes a definition, links to seminal cases, statutes, secondary sources, and a brief statement of the burden of proof and standard of review. Known cases can also be located through many free case law providers, including Google Scholar. Here it doesn't have the editorial features supplied by the commercial publishers, but it has the language of the case itself, just as it appears on the other platforms.